Hi, welcome to my channel. And the reminder that I have for us right now is when life leaves you speechless. Like, those moments where you feel like you don't know what to do anymore. Like, you put your hands up, like, I don't know what to do anymore. Because let's say, for example, you started out like really confused as someone who don't really know, you were not doing anything and just being. And because of the things that you didn't get to do, you realize that there's certain actions that you should have taken. Like you're dealing with consequences because of your lack of action. So now you decide, okay, to do the opposite. You're gonna start now putting in the work and doing all the things. And then you realize even when you're trying as well, it's still not working out. So when you were not trying, it didn't work out. When you when you are trying, it's still not working out. And it's like now, like, apart from you trying to figure things out for yourself, it just also feels like things outside of you are also not aligning for your highest good. It's almost like you've hit this wall where it's like now you're like you don't even know what to think. I remember like seeing a comment from someone under a video. I do not remember, sorry, but I just want to mention because I did see it somewhere. So I just want to make sure mention that it's somebody's. And that person made a comment that really stayed with me. How they had faith for like many years, several decades, believing in something, and they were still not where they wanted to be. And that happens with a lot of people. A lot of people have stories where they have lived a life, that they've been taught that they're supposed to live. They've played things by the book and done their part. But even in doing what they've been told is the right thing to do, it has still not led them to a life of fulfillment or a life that even got them to where they wanted to be. Some of these people knew what they wanted, some of these people didn't know. And that's one of the things of the dangers of not knowing who you are. Because when you don't know yourself, then it leaves more room for you to be influenced by other people. Because now you're looking to other people to tell you who you are and how to be. And while this is something that you're supposed to discover for yourself, because you are your safest um one to rely on, and like the higher versions, the higher beings, like God or whatever you believe in, than it being other people, other things. So you didn't know, let's say spiritual wise, you have lived a life that was paved for you. Like you grew up in a certain religion, that's what everybody was, that's what you became. And that didn't work out for you, and now you're trying to learn, you're being introduced to something else and you're trying to learn about that, but you're also finding issues with that as well. So it's like you're in that space where it's like you don't know yet, and how to go, how to do things. And some of your experiences might have put you in a point now where you might be even hesitant to believe in anything, hope in anything, because it's like everything else that you have tried have not worked out, or have worked out in the way that you think. And now it's like you don't know if you can trust anything anymore. You don't want to do anything. You just want to like stay still and be like, I'm done. Okay? I'm done. If there's something out there that's really um intense, the best for me, whatever it is, you're just speechless because of everything that you've gone through. You're just speechless. And because what is right when you've tried to do quote unquote the right thing and things still didn't go right? When you try to change things, things still didn't go your right. So it's like, what is there now? What is there to do? What is there to hold on to? Why should you hold on to it? Why should you believe? You've watched your parents believe in in a God, in a certain religion, live a certain lifestyle, and they're like one of the best people that you could ever imagine, in this world. But they still live a life that seems like a life of suffering, a life of lack, a life that, you see other people that don't reflect a similar heart to them or do the good things, great things that they do, seem to be winning. It feels like you're living in a world where the bad people don't seem to get quote unquote bad people, because it's all about perspective. Um, don't seem to get any sort of consequence or karma for what they do, and it seems like the world rewards those who don't try to do the right thing. Or you could be like that person that I was mentioning about that comment, that you have believed for yourself and you've tried to do the right thing, but you're still years after, it feels like you have made no progress. And in fact, you live a life that is worse than other people who might not be like you, who might not mirror your good heart, your good intentions for the world. It almost feels like rather than getting rewarded for the good that you do or for the good that you have done, it almost feels like you're punished time and time again. I don't have the answers for you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have the exact answer to say that this is what it is and this is what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, a lot of this thing is inner knowing. It's experience that will show you. And I would say that everything does happen for a purpose, everything does happen for a reason. And but even in knowing that, it can kind of be hard to grasp, to understand, to accept, because some of the things that happen is like it's so hard that it's like, why do I need to go through this for any reason at all, even if it's to get to this point, when you're not there yet. It's hard to, like how sometimes like there be like too much positivity can be bad as well. So you can have like people encouraging you in your journey because they can see potential for your future. And it can even be people who have the ability to see the future, you know, and they can say things to encourage you in your journey. But the life that you have to live, or that you find, this space that you find yourself now, it is just so hard. Like the test or the challenge or whatever you find yourself in is just so hard that you cannot see what they're telling you. You cannot see that version of you that they're talking about, that's going to bring healing, motivation, inspiration in the world, that's going to be a beacon of light, the one that's going to be like one of those who will, guide people to the light, help rescue people from captivity and all of that. When you feel like you're captive yourself, you need the light yourself. It's like you are reflecting you're living the life of those whom they're saying you will be called to rescue. That you will be able to use these experiences to save. It's like, okay, how will you get there when you cannot even save yourself? How can you be something for somebody that you cannot be for yourself? Maybe that's the point. You experience it first. You rescue yourself first. You come out of it first for yourself so that you know what it's like to be in that position, so that you know what it's like to be that person, so that you can be that for others. That's one of the reasons. And part of the other reasons as well could be that I think about the time where like I felt like, know how I don't know if you know the story where they like say Abraham was like in the fire, but it wasn't burned. It's like sometimes like um it's like you're being in the fire and you know that the fire, or being inside that wheel like Jonah, and it's like you have the faith, right? To know that God will get you through it. But then you still live that experience. Like you might not be burned and consumed by that fire, but you still feel the heat. You almost experience it as if it did burn you, even when you come out of it and you remember those experiences, those symptoms. And feel like that's one of the hard things sometimes of being one of the people who are here for a greater purpose, because you live the experiences of those in a way. You live the experience in a way of those whom you are meant to serve, to be of service to, so you can understand what it's like to be in their shoes and for your own personal development too. Because a lot of times the things that or people that you're called to are what you're meant to do is part of your own personal evolution. Like for example, for me, as I'm doing these messages, like I've said before, they are for me too. And the way that I am showing up to you is the way that I need to show up for myself. It's like I am also this is like part of my healing journey in a way. It's part of my own development as well. I'm experiencing it as you're experiencing it. And as I'm overcoming it, I am sharing what I know and sharing the messages that I feel guided to for you and for me. So I am called to those who are in the same journey as me. And it's all at the same time being for my own personal development and evolution and growth as well. And the same way for you. And that's why, like, I wouldn't encourage, I wouldn't, well, I'm saying it this way. I encourage you to begin your path even when you don't feel ready. Because even in your, that, when you don't feel ready, that part of that before, that work in progress you, which will always be, is part of the plan, is part of your mission. You showing up authentically and coming and saying how you feel is part of your mission. Because as I'm sharing my story, because this video is for me too, what I've said here is how I feel right now, in a way. A lot of it is like I'm at that moment where I feel like life has me speechless. Because everything in my life right now, every aspect in my life right now feels affected in a way that I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I surrender. God help me. God take it away. I'm like, I don't even know, like, to pray, to ask. I'm just like, I'm just letting it go, letting it be, because I don't know what to do, to be honest. And that's why I'm speaking these things, because I experience it. I'm experiencing it right now. I know at the end of it, it's going to work out for my good and it's happening for a reason. But I cannot ignore the fact that I am affected by the experience. And it's causing limitations right now, financially, physically, in so many ways, on what I can and cannot do. And that's one of the hard things. It's like when you get to the point where you finally master up the courage to do what you feel like you're called to do, and then obstacles and challenges start coming your way left and right. And it's like you're trying to focus on the journey, but now you got to keep trying to dodge this, dodge that. It's like fight everywhere. It's like fire everywhere all of a sudden. Even more, it's like, man, thought all you had to do was answer the call and be on this journey and everything would be smooth sailing. No, no, it's not. You're going to keep learning. You're going to keep being tested the same way. And you're going to, and as you grow and you're overcoming that, that's where you get the source of the information that you are to share. You get the cure for the illnesses, for the, that's where you get, your abilities get enhanced. And that's how you get the messages and the things that you need to bring to the world by the experiences that you have. You mirror those you are called to serve. And as you grow, they grow. You're growing together in the journey. That's what I have to say at the moment regarding this, unless I feel led to add something else, maybe another time, or maybe in the comments or something like that. But as always, like, please, if you listen to this video and something came into your heart, maybe I've said something that you have had an answer to, something came to your mind, please share it. Please share it. I would love to read what you have to say, the wisdom and the knowledge that you have that you would like to share. Because, like I said, I need this message. Someone else might need it too. You could be part of the message as well. Be willing to share. If you can say something to encourage me, encourage yourself, and encourage somebody else, you can go ahead and write it in the comment. Please do. Please do. I'll be reading it. Other people will read it, and we can all benefit from what you have to say. If you have something that you can say to yourself right now, if you could speak to someone, look at yourself as someone else that you love, to your most beloved person right now, right? So, what would you tell your most beloved person going through the experience that you're going through right now? Regarding faith or regarding anything in life, what would you tell your most beloved person going through what you're going through right now? Write it down. If you feel led to share it, share it. If you don't, you don't. But just write it down and hopefully let that motivate you and help you in your journey. Because that person that you're writing to, it is you. And you need that message. Sometimes if we think of ourselves like another or talk to ourselves like a friend, it can be helpful. We are like, look at yourself as you are the most beloved to you, and you need a friend right now. You need to be a friend to yourself. You need to be a lover to yourself. You need to be a guide to yourself. What would you tell yourself? How can you help you in the situation that you're in? What are maybe the positive things that you can focus on? What are the things that you can work on? Because one of the things also with this type of situation is that there's something that we need to learn. Because part of why I'm like also in this situation is because I realized the cycles that I've kept repeating that don't serve me, that have never served me. And it's like I have to force myself to really break out of that so these negative cycles can stop repeating. Because I found myself in a point where I felt like, okay, maybe there's hope for me. So I'm going to do the things that, you know, could lead me to my goal. And in doing that, I've faced other challenges. And that's why I was saying earlier that even when you are in the journey of doing what you know you're meant to do, you will still face things. And with that is like, okay, I have to acknowledge and take accountability for the role that I've played. Because it's those habits, some habits that I have, or things that I could have done, should have done, that have also played a role to lead to this. And sometimes those things are not always things that you literally do. Sometimes it's mindsets, lack of fully believing in myself, lack of maybe not being fully like surrendering to the divine plan and trusting, fearing the unknown. And because of that, I haven't made moves and taken certain opportunities that would have helped elevate me. Yes, that can be true, but at the same time, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens. Maybe these things happen to help me realize the the parts of me that need to die. That need when I say die, I mean like that I need to let go of, you know? So that I know how I'm not serving myself right. And that could be the same for you as well. So when I think of this, part of the hard part is that I have to take accountability for the role that I've played, that I have led to where I am today. And how things progress forward for me is how much I'm willing to change, basically. Because until I'm willing to honestly change, I'm bound to keep going back to those cycles. And the things that I don't like in my life are bound to keep repeating, most likely. So let's try our best, me and you. Of course, there are times that certain things are out of your control. They just come. But even those things, maybe if we try to think of it like everything isn't against us, but it's for us, try to look at it that way. Like if you're in a game and you're at a phase where this is your challenge right now, how you going to work through this to level up from this? If you're a gamer, maybe take it like a challenge. You look at situations like a challenge, but you're going to think of solutions You're going to analyze the situation and analyze your reality and all the possible outcomes. And then you're going to try to find your way out to break free from it, to move up to the next level. We can't avoid challenges completely. It's how we learn. And in life, we will always be students of life and work in progresses. It's just the reality of it. But since we know that, I think it's good to develop some sort of system to help us maneuver through life, or perspective that helps us, maneuver through life and the challenges that come. If we always, when the challenges come, we victimize ourselves and don't take accountability where it's needed, then it's going to be hard for us to level up. Your feelings are always valid, acknowledge them, but don't let them keep you from taking action. Because at the end of the day, it's going to take you to get you out of where or what you don't want to be in. And that's a harsh truth, I guess, if you want to view it that way. And that's just what I have learned. Others can even come and try to motivate, inspire you, and even try to be helpful. But if you're not clear within you, you won't even view that help as help. Sometimes we don't understand right away that something is helpful because of where we are mentally, of where we are in our lives, whatever the circumstances is. That's why I say it's going to take you to get you out of there. You have to do the inner work. You have to work on your mindset. You have to work on your spirituality. You have to work on your health. You have to work on everything with what you can, with what you have available. Because I don't know what your circumstances are. And I'm not here to tell you to try to do things beyond what you're capable right now because of what you have. If you don't have a home, a place to cook, eating healthier might be a little bit more challenging for you. But it is possible for you to overcome that and have that home in that space. But based on your circumstances, your journey will be different. All of our journeys are different. Acceptance is important, acceptance is needed. I was watching Key Guidance today, and she said something that I haven't personally heard before. The perspective on love, that love is acceptance. When you truly love something, to love unconditionally is to accept something exactly as it is. The way to progress and move forward, I think it first starts with accepting your reality, accepting the things where you are, who you are for who you are right now. And then you can work towards the aspects of you that you want to better, the aspects of your life that you want to improve. But be realistic in your journey as you have faith and hope that things will change, because it will always, almost always, to be honest, require action, require work for you to get to where you want to get to. Even if you're trying to manifest, even if you have faith. They say faith without works is dead, right? But you can do it. You can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. And we're doing this together. We got this. Peace, love, and light always. And always remember that these are just messages. They're here to guide, but they're not here to tell you what to do. Only you know your situation, your circumstances best. Always take the messages to whatever you believe in for further confirmation. Meditate on it, whatever that means to you. Reflect on it and see how it resonates with you, or can help benefit you somehow. Ultimately, it's up to you. Discernment is up to you regarding these messages. Peace, love, and light. Know that you're always divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely provided for.